Hi everyone, welcome to our computer science class. Myself Manju, and today I am going to discuss about the second chapter of plus 1 computer science, that is data representation and Boolean algebra. As you all know, computer is a machine and that can handle different types of data items, and these types includes numbers, audios, videos, images, etc. We feed these data items into the computer, and as you all know that computer is an electronic device. So it can have two electric states, that is on or off. Every electrical circuits are having two states, that is open or closed. So that we can say that the two states are called binary states, and computer can understand only that language, that two states, zeros and ones. So we can say that computer is a machine that can understand only one language, and the language is binary language, the language of zeros and ones. On represent 1 and off represent 0. And here normally we will use various languages to interact with the computer, but all the data items that we are giving to the computer should be transformed into binary form. Then only computer can understand that. So in this chapter we are going to learn the data representation methods. Data representation means the method used internally to represent the data. Before moving on to the topic how to represent numbers inside the computer, let's see what are the different types of number systems. And here before that, in this picture you can see some numbers are there, some alphabets are there, some you can see the symbols of music, that is audios, and here some videos are there and one image is there. And if you are giving this data into the computer, all the data are transformed in the form of zeros and ones, and that is called binary data. Now let's see what is the need of number systems. Normally we are using numbers to count or to measure something or to find the quantity of something. And inside the computer we can represent these numbers in the form of binary. But we have many other number systems also, and that first one is decimal number system, and the second one is binary number system, third one is octal number system, and the last one is hexadecimal number system. In our day-to-day life we are using decimal number system, that is we are using the symbols 0 to 9 to represent each number. We are having the symbol 0 to 9, and by using that symbols we can represent any number, and we are using that number system in our day-to-day life. And now let's see each number system in detail. And before moving to that number system, we have to learn a new term called base or radix. Do you know what is meant by base? Have you heard about that word? Base or radix? The number of symbols used inside a number system is called what? Its base or radix. Let's see what is this base or radix of each number system in detail. So first we are going to explain about the decimal number system. I told you that in day-to-day life we are using decimal number system. It uses 10 symbols inside that. The symbols used in decimal number systems are, the first one is that 0, then 1, then 2 up to 9. We are using the symbols 0 to 9 to represent each number in this decimal number system. So we can say that the base of this number system, base or radix of this number system is 10. It uses 0 to 9 symbols, so that 10 symbols are there in total. So we can say that the base or radix of decimal number system is what? 10. And now let's take an example. Suppose I am writing a number 728. I am writing a number 728, 728. And here you can see what is the place value of 8. The place value of 8 is, it is in the ones place, 2 is in the tens place, and 7 is in the hundreds place. So we can write this number in the form of 7 into 10 raised to 2 plus 2 into 10 raised to 1 plus 8 into 10 raised to 0. So the place value of this 8 is in ones position, this is in tens position, and this is in hundreds position. So we can write it as 7 into 100 plus 2 into 10 plus 8 into 1. 10 raised to 0 is what? 1. So this one will be 700 plus 20 plus 8, that is equal to 728. We will get the number like this. So here, to represent the place value, we are using the number 10. It uses 10 symbols inside that, so that we can say that the base or radix of decimal number system is what? 10. Okay, let's take another example. And if I am taking the number 327, here you can see in this 327 we can write it as 3 into 10 raised to 2 plus 2 into 10 raised to 1 plus 7 into 10 raised to 0. So here the weight of 7 is less than the weight of 7 in the first example. So here the weight of a number depends on its position. The weight of a number depends on its position. So we can say this type of number systems as what? Positional number system. Positional number systems. And in this, which number is having the highest weight? The 7 is having the highest weight, and this 8 is having the least weight. So here in this example, we can call this 7 as most significant digit and 8 as least significant digit. I'll explain this with one more example. Let's take a number 582, and this is in this 582 we can represent this as 5 into 10 raised to 2 plus 8 into 10 raised to 1 plus 2 into 10 raised to 0. So this is having the highest weight, and we can say this 5 as the MSD, most significant digit, and 2 as the LSD, that is least significant digit. That's about the decimal number system. The second type of number system is binary number system. And what is meant by binary? Binary means 2. So I told you that computer is an electronic device and it has two electrical states, that is on or off. To represent that states we have two numbers. To represent on we have the number 1, and to represent off we have the number 0. So in binary number system it uses only two symbols, and that are 0 and 1. So the base of this number system is 2, because it is using only two symbols, and the symbols used in this number systems are 0 and 1. We can represent any number using this 0 and 1 only. Don't use any other symbol inside this binary number system. Suppose you have a binary number like this, and how can you identify this is a binary number? We can write the same number in decimal also, right? In decimal we can use the symbol zeros and ones. Then how can you identify this is a binary number? To identify that this is a binary number, put a bracket, and below to that bracket you can put the number 2. That is, as a subscript of this bracket you can write the number 2. If you are writing like this, then we can say that the base of this number is 2, and that's why this is a binary number. And if you are writing 10110 base 10 like this, then we can say that this number is a decimal number. So to represent the number, which kind of number is that, we can put the radix in the, after writing the bracket we can put the radix as a subscript. Okay. So here, now let's take another example. I am writing 1100. It's a binary number. So I am writing this binary number, and I told you in this also we can use that positional system. And here I told you 1100 is a number and base is 2. So how can you represent this one? 1 into 2 raised to 3 plus 1 into 2 raised to 2 plus 0 into 2 raised to 1 plus 0 into 2 raised to 0. So this is this number. We can represent this number like this. And here we can say that this digit is having the highest weight and this digit is having the lowest weight. We can say that this is the most significant bit, or MSB. this bit is having the highest weight, and so that we can say that this 1 is the most significant bit and this 0 is the least significant bit. So you will have a question, what is meant by this bit? The bit means if I am writing the number 1010, each digit in this binary number is called what? Bit. Each digit in a binary number is called bit, and bit stands for, the full form of bit is binary digit. Bit stands for binary digit, and each digit in a binary number is called what? Bit, and the leftmost bit is called the most significant bit and the rightmost bit is called the least significant bit. That's about the binary number system. Now, which is the third number system? We have two more number systems. The next number system is octal number system. What is meant by octal? You know, octal means 8. So, from the name itself, we can say that the octal number system has a base of, its base is what? 8. 8 is the base. If we are saying 8 is the base, then how many symbols will be there inside that octal number system? It will be having 8 symbols. That is, we can use the symbols. The symbols used in octal number systems are 0 to 7. We can use the number 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 7 to represent any number in this octal number system. And for example, if I am writing 437 base 8, it's an octal number and it is using the symbols 4, 3 and 7. Okay, then if you are writing 438, is it considered as an octal number? No, we can't say that this as an octal number because in this it is using the symbol 8. That the symbol 8 is not there in octal number system. So this is wrong. We can represent any number using the symbol 0 to 7 in octal number system. Okay, so we can take this example, and in this example then I can represent the position of this number in the form of 4 into 8 raised to 2 plus 3 into 8 raised to 1 plus 7 into 8 raised to 0. We are using this to convert the octal number to decimal number system that you will study later. The next number system is hexadecimal number system. In this hexadecimal number system, it uses 16 symbols. So the base of this hexadecimal number system is what? 16. 16 is the base of this hexadecimal number system, and the symbols used in this hexadecimal number systems are first one 0, 1, 2 up to 9. 0 to 9. Okay, we have to use the symbol 0 to 9, and then after that to represent the number 10, if you are writing the number 10, this number is there inside decimal. This number 10, if you are writing it, it is there inside binary also. To represent the number 10 in hexadecimal, we are using the symbol A. Then this indicates the number 10. And so, I told you it has 16 symbols. It has 16 symbols. So 0 to 9 are the first 10 symbols, and then the remaining symbols are 10. To represent 10, we have A. To represent 11, we have B. Then to represent 12, we have C. Then 13, we are representing 13 using D. Then E and F. E to represent 14 and F to represent 15. So these are the symbols used inside hexadecimal number system. 16 symbols are there, 0 to 9 and then A to F. These are the symbols used inside hexadecimal number system, and the base of that one is what? 16. So I can represent the number A, B, 1, base 16. This is an example of what? Hexadecimal number system. These are about the number systems. And why do we want this? We know decimal number system we are using in our real life, in day-to-day life, and binary number system is also required for the computer. It has that 2 states, on or off. So other than that, why we need this octal and hexadecimal number system? Actually, this hexadecimal and octal number systems are used by programmers and electric circuit designers. If we are representing all the data in the form of binary numbers, then it will be very large. Okay, so to reduce the complexity, we are using hexadecimal numbers or octal numbers. By using a single hexadecimal number, we can represent 4 bits. Okay, we can represent 4 bits using a single hexadecimal number. And by using an octal number system, we can represent 3 bits together as a single octal number system. I will explain that with an example. Suppose you have a binary number 1001 1000. So, if you are representing, this is a binary number, and then if we want, we can reduce the size of that length of that binary number using hexadecimal number or octal number, then it will be easy to remember. Programmers or electric circuit designers use that hexadecimal or octal number to represent binary numbers in a simpler form. That is, each 4 digits. Normally in hexadecimal number, 1 digit represents 4 bits, and in octal number, 1 digit represents 3 bits. So here we can write this 4 bits together as in hexadecimal number, and the next 4 bits together as the next hexadecimal number, and you will learn this conversions later. Okay, if I am writing a binary number like this, and if you want to remember this number is somewhat difficult. So if the number is very large, it is difficult to remember that. So we can represent this in the form of an octal number or hexadecimal number. I will write this in the form of an octal number. If you are writing it in the form of octal number, we can group this 3 bits together, and it will be 5, and this as 2. Then we can write the number as 25 base 8, this as 98 base 16. And how we can convert this binary to octal or hexadecimal, that I will explain later in the next video. So here in this table you can see we have mainly 4 number systems: binary number system, octal, decimal, hexadecimal. The base of binary number system is 2, the base of octal number system is 8, the base of decimal number system is 10, and hexadecimal is 16. And here you can see in binary we are using only 2 symbols to represent all the numbers, that is zeros and ones, and here we are using 8 symbols in octal number system, that is 0 to 7 to represent all the numbers, and in decimal we are using the symbol 0 to 9 to represent all the numbers, and in hexadecimal we are using the symbol 0 to 9 plus A to F to represent all the numbers. So these are about our number systems. So in the next class we can see how to convert from one number system to other number system. That's all about today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.